Good evening. For CNN, I'm Marissa Calhoun. Tonight's top stories. Police in New York say they may be dealing with a serial killer after finding 4 bodies near Long Island Beach. The bodies were discovered during a search for a missing prostitute who was last seen in May. She reportedly had arranged to meet a client about a mile from where the bodies were found. A Virginia man who allegedly threatened to blow up targets, including Washington, D.C.'s metro system, has been arrested and is undergoing a mental evaluation. Federal court documents say the threats came during an online chat with an acquaintance on Facebook. The search is on tonight for a man who stole $1.5 million in casino chips from the Bellagio Casino in Las Vegas. The suspect pulled out a gun at a craps table early in the morning, then rode away on a motorcycle. Marine Corps Commandant General James Amos says if Don't Ask, Don't Tell goes away, it could be deadly on the battlefield in Afghanistan. At a roundtable discussion with journalists at the Pentagon, Amos said today that he doesn't want to lose any Marines to a distraction. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange was granted bail in London today, but he's not out of jail yet. Swedish prosecutors who are pursuing him over alleged sex crimes immediately filed an appeal on the bail issue. Assange will stay in jail until the next hearing, which should be within the next 2 days. And amazing video tonight from Ontario, Canada, a brutal snowstorm that left people stuck in their cars for more than 24 hours. Canadian media reports say police and military teams worked today to free more than 200 people who had been stranded. A local official says it's the worst storm to hit the area in 25 years. I'm CNN's Marissa Calhoun. Thanks for being with us. Since coming to the White House in 2008, First Lady Michelle Obama has held a series of cultural events honoring music legends and icons from the past and the present. Since coming to the White House in 2008, the Obamas have held a series of cultural events. These events bring Americans from diverse backgrounds to further social discourse on music, theater, and dance. The White House Music Series is orchestrated by the Office of the First Lady. It has featured musicians and musical icons such as Zac Brown, John Legend, and Jason Yoder. The genres highlighted by the series include classical, jazz, and country. The First Lady chose to recognize Black History Month by honoring the contributions of Motown in an event titled The Sound of Young America, The History of Motown. She welcomed to the White House musical VIPs Berry Gordy, Smokey Robinson, and John Legend. While at the event, the First Lady told her student attendees that she hosts these sorts of programs because she believes the doors of the White House should always be open to everyone.
When we moved to this house a couple of years ago, we wanted to open these doors as wide as we could, especially for young people like you.
According to Mrs. Obama, who regularly hosts high-profile guests at the White House, it is important that the walls of the White House remain transparent and that people feel welcome and comfortable in what she calls the People's House.
We do all this because we believe that the People's House shouldn't be just a nickname. We believe that prime ministers and VIPs shouldn't be the only ones who feel comfortable walking through these doors. We feel that everyone should feel like they belong here, sitting right here in the state dining room.
Before handing off the mic to her iconic guest, Mrs. Obama reminded the students one final time that they can accomplish great things with a little hard work and willingness to take risks. She called the story of Motown a metaphor for life and inspired her visitors to charge steadfast in the direction of their dreams.
Growing up, we all had our own dreams. It's about the dreams of kids who grew up knowing that they had a song to sing and that everyone will want to hear that song.
Let's hear from some of Motown's icons about their path to musical success.
I had a passion when I was 10 or 11 years old, and any kid who gets a passion that early and know what they're going to do in their lives, it's always helpful.
Anybody with talent, persistence, tenacity, perseverance, because a lot of times people have the talent, but they don't have the follow-through. A lot of times people have the follow-through, but they don't have the talent, you know. But if you have all that together, you will be discovered.
No never stops in show business. Okay, you look at John and you look at me and you think, well, okay, we got these great careers going, and nobody ever says no to us. Nobody ever says, no, I can't use you for this. It never stops. So you got to be able to, when you get knocked down, to get back up and keep on stepping.
Now, earlier today, I spoke to officials at the White House who say they have enjoyed welcoming honored guests these past 2 years, and they look forward to future events which mark the significant strides of musicians and further honor American music and culture. With CNN, I'm Marissa Calhoun.